Khvicha Kvaratskhelia is loved by everybody in the football world. He is touted to be the next Maradona, and in FM23, his attributes are looking absolutely mwah. So, in today's video, we are looking at ways to get the best out of him. We accidentally managed to get the best out of Victor Osimhen. Napoli ran away with the league title. We did manage to create a beautiful 4-3-3. So, let's get stuck in and look at exactly how I managed to do that. Welcome back to the channel. If you are new, my name is RDF Tactics, and today we are looking at ways to get the best out of Khvicha Kvaratskhelia, the next Maradona. Just looking at his attributes, they're looking absolutely wonderful. He's got great dribbling, great first touch, great technique, flair, determination, agility, and natural fitness. He's also got a bit of pace, vision, decision, composure, finishing, long shots, and passing. The assistant recommends the inverted winger on attack, and that is possibly the best role for him, as he can create by crossing, dribbling, and also taking a long shot or finishing. Just by looking at his attributes, I reckon we are going to be using him as an inverted winger, so that's the training I'm going to give him. Looking at his attributes as well, I'm not necessarily looking at a certain attribute to focus on and really develop on, because we're not really expecting massive gains from these fantastic attributes already, but I really want to do passing as his additional focus, and really I want him to perform well in training. If he's performing well in training with his passing vision and technique, then he may just carry that over into match days. For Victor Osimhen, we can see he's an absolute physical beast with the strength, the pace. He's also aggressive and he's brave, and he's got great off the ball movement as well. The assistant manager recommends advance forward, pressing forward on attack, complete forward on attack, or a poacher. I believe pressing forward is going to get the best out of him, because we want to also use that aggression and that bravery. So we're going to go back to development on Victor Osimhen, go to striker, pressing forward on attack. Now again, looking at certain attributes, what attributes do I want him to focus on in training, and hopefully he can perform well in training and carry that over into match days. Additional focus, I am going to be using shooting. His finishing's on 15, long shots on 12, technique on 14. It's not bad, but it's also not great, and I believe Victor Osimhen can be an absolute beast in front of goal. What we might do is turn this into a series as well, so we will get a selected player and try and get the very best out of him. How does that sound? How does that sound? Let me know in the comments. In the comment section, just leave any comment anyway, because that really helps with the algorithm. It helps these videos grow. It helps the channel grow. So that will be hugely appreciated. If you're new and you haven't yet, make sure you are subscribed. If you are subscribed, make sure you have your notification bells turned on. I do stream on Twitch. I might as well plug everything. I do stream on Twitch as well, twitch.tv/RDF Tactics. Currently, we are sporting CP on FM23 as our beta save on Twitch. And I'm also your co-host, your new co-host of the Athletics Football Manager Show. Down in the description box, you will see the link to the podcast. You will also see the YouTube channel, and you will see every single link. So make sure you check out the description box as well. That will be hugely appreciated. To get the best out of the next Maradona and Victor Osimhen, we have to find the perfect formation for the two, but also a perfect formation for Napoli, because in order to get the best out of these two players, we need to get the best out of Napoli as a squad, and then hopefully these two players can absolutely shine. We do have a new way to go about this. So as you can see, the assistant manager's got thumbs up on a fluid counter attack, on tiki-taka, and controlled possession. So to work out the formation, what we are going to do is kind of just choose a formation. We can see that he likes a 4-3-3 with the fluid counter attack. For the tiki-taka, again, it's a 4-3-3, so possibly the 4-3-3 is a strong tactic for Napoli to use. And now looking at the control possession, it is a 4-2-3-1. So a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-3-3 are possibly the best formations for Napoli. Looking where the thumbs up are controlled possession, tiki-taka, and fluid counter attack, 2 out of the 3 are very similar when it comes to tactical styles. Control possession and tiki-taka. With Napoli, it's possibly best to use a 4-3-3 and a tactical style where we're looking to dominate in possession but also press high against the opposition. We have used the 4-3-3 tiki-taka preset, but a lot will be tweaked, and the first thing we are going to tweak are the player roles. A new thing that I've discovered, so we are going to use this drop down menu here, pick without restriction, and then pick the best 11. Then your assistant manager is going to pick the best 11 for your team. Next step, make sure you have no loanies in your first 11, and we're going to just clear the subs. And now the next step is to go back to that little drop down button and then pick roles and duties. And what this does is gets the assistant manager to kind of pick the best roles, or what he thinks is the best roles for the players that are in the match squad. The roles and duties assigned have been chosen as the best fits for the players currently selected for the next match. They should be viewed simply as guidelines upon which you can continue adjusting as you see fit. For me, I'm just looking at the balance of this 4-3-3, and I believe there are way too many attacking duties. I don't feel our front three all need to be on attacking duty. Victor Osimhen can also be a pressing forward, as that is what we want. These two are going to keep their roles. Lozano, a winger on support, but also the fullback behind our Next Maradona. I want him on support as well, because I don't really want him creating. I want him to be giving the ball to Kvaratskhelia so he can then create. He can create with the crossing, long shots, or the passing. I don't necessarily want Mario Rui to be crossing in the ball, because I want that responsibility to be with the Next Maradona. What I am going to do now is complete my little tweaks with the roles, but also with the tactical instructions, and then I'm going to come back and explain why I've, well, changed things. Here is the completed tactic. You can see not much has changed when it comes to the player roles. So in defense, we are now using 2 ball playing defenders rather than 2 central defenders. And yeah, oh, the DM now is a defensive midfielder rather than a deep line playmaker on defend. The reason why I didn't want a deep line playmaker in this sort of area is because I didn't want any focus, any attacking focus to go to somebody else apart from the new or the next Maradona. Team instruction wise, and this tactic will be available for download again in the description box below. For the attacking width, we have set it to fairly narrow. Approach play, we are playing out from the back, but focus play down the left. Try and get the ball to Khvicha Kvaratskhelia as much as possible. I might just call him the Next Maradona, because I believe I might. It's very difficult to pronounce his name, and I don't really want to butcher it. So the Next Maradona, that might be better. That might be better. But we've also got a mid block as well. So when you are playing against AC Milan, Inter Milan, and Juve away in the Champions League as well, actually, just a lot of the times, if you go 1-0 or 2-0 up and you just don't want to concede, or you want to be a little bit more cautious, you can just revert to the 4-3-3 mid block. So as a surprise, or as a gift, I am giving you guys 2 tactics as the first tactic download of this year. For the player instructions on the new Maradona, we are asking him to sit more narrow, which is going to be very, very interesting once we see the match highlights. We are asking him to roam from his position to find pockets to be effective, shoot less often, but also take more risks as well, so he can attempt to break down defenses on a regular basis. There are some other player instructions as well, so if you are interested in this tactic, then make sure to download it. I don't really want to go through the tactic in depth, as it's mainly about Khvicha Kvaratskhelia. What I have done is played the first 5 games just to get a feel, to see how things are working, to see if he's doing what is being asked of, and well, to see how he's performing after the first 5 games. So we are going to play the first 5 games, and when we come back, we are going to watch some clips and some highlights of Khvicha Kvaratskhelia. So, on his debut, he did manage to grab a goal and assist, but look at Victor Osimhen grabbing 4 goals. Now, this wasn't the only time he'd managed to do that during the season. He is absolutely broken. I can't wait to show you guys the full results. But on Maradona's debut, in the 6-0 win against Monza, he managed to grab a goal and an assist. So, just looking at his starting position, and you can see already how narrow he is. We did ask him to sit more narrow, and you can see how narrow he is. He's literally between the fullback and the centre-back, which is technically moved into channels. So let's watch this highlight. Here's Anguissa, Lobotka, Di Lorenzo on the ball, passes it to Victor Osimhen. There is Kvaratskhelia, and what a finish on his debut. Now for his assist, it looks like he came from a corner, and Anguissa on the ball whips it out far to Kvaratskhelia. He puts the ball back in the box, and is Zielinski with the goal. So that was his debut, a goal and an assist. In the next home game, we did manage to beat Salernitana 4-1. I believe that's how you pronounce that team's name. And the little magician managed to get on the score sheet once again. And what a beautiful goal it was as well. Here's Oliveira. We're going to look at his starting position again. Here's Kvaratskhelia starting position, and Ndombele. Look, he's going in between the fullback and the defender again, and he just lobs it over the goalkeeper. An absolute beautiful finish from the new Maradona. These were the results after the first 5 games. You can see that we started with a 6-0 win against Brianza, or better known as Monza. We beat Fiorentina 3-0 away from home. Here again, and Victor Osimhen. Kvaratskhelia on the score sheet, Osimhen with a goal and Kvaratskhelia with the assist. We should watch this. We probably should watch this. So for Kvaratskhelia's goal, here's Lobotka with the ball. Lozano in the box, far post. It's a header. It's a decent header, but it was a header. And then for Kvaratskhelia and Victor Osimhen link up, which happened a lot. A lot of Victor Osimhen's goals during the season was an assist from the new Maradona. That was hardly an assist. So as you can see, we also beat Lecce Salernitana, which I said earlier. We beat Lecce 4-1, Raspadori grabbing a hat-trick in that game against Bologna, Victor Osimhen grabbing 2 goals, and against Sassuolo, Victor Osimhen on the score sheet, and then Ndombele scoring a double. Looking at some match analysis of Khvicha, we can see with the average positions just how narrow he positioned himself. Bear in mind, in the system, he is playing as the left winger, but he positions himself in that left half space. We can also see where he's receiving the ball. There's a lot of variety here. He's receiving a lot on the outside, but also, again, in that narrow position, which is exactly what we want from him. Unpredictability, receive the ball out in those wider areas, but also have that tendency to come inside and look to create something in the middle as well. And against Fiorentina, again, his average position is very, very narrow. Now, when we look at his passes and his passes received, it's similar. Variety, a lot out in that wider area, but also a lot of touches inside, or he's receiving a lot of passes in that inside channel. So things are looking fantastic for us to just go now and complete the end of the season as things are. So in those opening 5 games, he's played 5, obviously. He scored 3, he's got 2 assists with an average rating of 7.48. Things are going well. I believe things can go just a little bit better. So what we are going to do now is look at some clips from the rest of the season, some magic, and then also look at the results, because it's also about the tactics, which you guys can download, by the way. So against Lazio, a very good Lazio side, we did manage to win 4-0 at home. Kvaratskhelia getting a double assist. And guess what? Both assists, went to Victor Osimhen. The link up, it's just beautiful. It's beautiful. Let's have a watch. Kvaratskhelia's starting position this time, it's a little bit deep, but it's slightly narrow as well. He's moving out wide. Kim Min-jae is running with the ball. There he is. He goes in between the defender and fullback and plays a lovely pass for Victor Osimhen. Now for the second goal they combined on, here's Romani, Zielinski, Kvaratskhelia again there in that position. He's very, very dangerous in that area with Victor Osimhen running in between the defenders as well. All it takes is for a deadly through ball, and then there we are, through, 1-on-1. As you can see, it worked twice in this 4-0 win. Now just to show you that this tactic actually works really well, we beat Real Madrid 3-1 in the Champions League at home. Raspadori grabbing a goal, Kim Min-jae, that's definitely got to be from a set piece, from a Mario Rui set piece, and then Zielinski making sure the points come home in the 78th minute. You can see also Raspadori starting this game. Victor Osimhen did get injured a lot during the season, but we also managed to smash in our 4-0 at home, 30 shots to their 5. Victor Osimhen grabbing a hat-trick. The guy is literally broken. The new Maradona also grabbing an assist, but guess for who? For Victor Osimhen. The link up is just too beautiful. So for this one, I believe it's actually, it's a quick free kick. It's a quick free kick, and he finds his mate at the far post, and that made it 2-0. That made it 2-0 to Napoli. And in the reverse fixture, we beat them 4-2 in their stadium. Victor Osimhen didn't grab a goal. Napoli scored 4 and Victor didn't score. Is something wrong? But it doesn't matter, because the new Maradona still got an assist. He still got his assist, this time for Zielinski. So here's Romani on the ball. And Ndombele. Victor Osimhen drops deep to collect it. Plays a pass to... Oh, look at that. A nice little one-touch pass into Zielinski's path. And what a good assist. What a good assist. And now let's sign off this little clip section with a Kvaratskhelia goal. So Mario Rui with the free kick. Plays it to Anguissa. Let's find the Maradona. There he is. He breaks from the... what a touch on his chest, and what a finish. And that is exactly what we want to see from the next Maradona. What we are going to do now is, well, the season's already been played. I am now going to show you the results of this beautiful, beautiful tactic. We did win the league at Napoli. You can see here, first in Serie A. It all started off with a fantastic 6-0 win against Brianza, and then a 3-0 win against Fiorentina, and a 4-1 win against Lecce. Looking at some of the teams that we beat Tottenham. We smashed Lazio 4-0. We did lose against AC Milan at home. That was our first loss of the season. But then we had a very good 2 games against Real Madrid where we beat them 3-1 at home. But we also got a 0-0 draw at the Bernabeu. Away to Tottenham, we did manage to lose that game. We beat Roma 3-1. We smashed Inter 4-0. Bayern Munich is where we found things very, very tough. We went away and we lost 3-0. Thomas Müller scoring a double. And then at the home fixture, we didn't manage to beat them. Juve though, we managed to beat Juve. We managed to beat AC Milan away. We managed to beat Roma, Inter Milan away. We lost in a Coppa Italia final. Very, very disappointing to Inter, they were very dominant in this game. We didn't deserve to come away with anything. And then to sign off with the season with a 2-0 win against Sampdoria and a 3-0 win against Torino. We did manage to score the most goals, 100 goals. We had the most shots for, 732, the most dribbles completed. We were joined with the clean sheets and we had the fewest conceded. Top goal scorer, Victor Osimhen, 41 goals. Giroud, the next top goal scorer, only on 26. But that was the only Napoli player in the top 20 or so. Expected goals, Victor Osimhen tops that list. Expected goals over performance, Victor Osimhen comes second. Expected goals underperformance, it is Anguissa. Very, very disappointing. But looking at the assists, we can see the king, Khvicha Kvaratskhelia with 20 assists, the most assists in Serie A, and assist per 90 as well. He has the most assists per 90. I also love this new stat, open play key passes. Khvicha Kvaratskhelia with 99 open play key passes. The person that comes second is Zielinski with 70. So you can tell, and you can see that focusing play down the left, Khvicha Kvaratskhelia is seeing a lot of the ball. He's also creating a lot from open play. It's all about the open play. He did take some set pieces as well, but open play is where things happen. For chances created, 56 chances created for Khvicha. We can also see here as well, open play expected assist. Khvicha Kvaratskhelia 12.53 open play expected assist. I mean, this guy was an absolute fire. So how did his season end up? His season ended up 43 matches started, 11 goals and 23 assists in all competitions. So a 34 goal contribution in 43 games is really, really not bad at all. And let's bear in mind, this is his first season and he's only 22. He had an average rating of 7.47 in the Serie A. Looking at his progress, because we did do training, and like I said earlier, we aren't expecting much gains, if any at all, when it comes to his passing attributes. All we wanted from him is to perform well in training with his passing vision and technique, and hopefully that carries over into the matches. Victor Osimhen as well. So he started 35, he scored 41 of those goals scored in 28 Serie A games. He was actually injured, so could you imagine how many goals he could have scored without that injury? In Serie A, his average rating was 8.15, so he was slightly better than Khvicha Kvaratskhelia, and his average rating in all competitions was on an 8.0. Looking at his development for the whole season, again, we aren't expecting any gains, but he's actually performing well. We can see here with his finishing, long shots heading, and his technique in front of goal. Unfortunately though, that wraps up today's video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and I will see you guys soon. Don't forget, if you are new or you haven't yet, make sure you are subscribed, make sure you like this video. Also leave a comment, as that helps the algorithm of these videos. I'll see you guys soon. Stay safe and peace out.